Ladies and gentlemen, the beat goes on.
Turn it up.
What you're about to hear may cause your speakers to explode.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is keeping it real in the feed.
Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and we are live. I want to welcome the Wax back for another episode in no skips, all killer and no filler. So we're picking well, actually, this is how it works, kids. Rob has 2 tracks, I have 2 tracks. We're going to combine tonight, though. But anyway, we want to hear from you. We're going to talk about albums that are all killer and no filler. Let's do it.
Piling on the power chords and pure pandemonium. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Oh, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Tonight's going to be very loose, kids, because I've already been out. Rob, how's it going? Nice to see you.
Is there anything looks different about me?
Different glasses?
I got a new prescription, and the place
Are those Ray-Bans or no?
No, I get them from Zenny. Do you know Zenny?
Oh, no.
It's like they're like cheap glasses. I feel like
But they're prescription, though, right?
they're progressive lenses, but they didn't have the old lenses I had. I don't know why. So they do those virtual try-ons.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can work at the perfume counter at the department store.
So where you go and get your prescription, though, they let you have your script?
Yeah. I went to Costco. They just gave me the script. And
okay.
The cool thing about Zenny is you just take a picture of the prescription and it fills it in. You don't even have to type in the info.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
ladies and gentlemen, this is what this show's about.
Well, if you can't see, then you can't pick out the records correctly. You might put on the wrong music, right?
Exactly. Well, tonight, normally we're picking our choices and stuff, but I've bought so much vinyl lately that we might just talk vinyl.
What's wrong with you?
Well, this is the thing. If anybody's been following this channel, we've been doing we've got a couple of shows. One is the Hometown Album Project show, which looks at a lot of these hometown albums. They're all vinyl. And then we've been doing the Warehouse Vinyl Vault, where I've been digitizing stuff, transferring it from vinyl in the finest quality that I could possibly do. And then we look at these records that never really came out on CD or digitally.
Well, that brings up an interesting point, because I have an album.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a record that I don't think ever came out on vinyl.
Okay.
And then I think about 8 years ago, maybe less than 10, someone reissued it. Not the record company, but a second party. And it sold out. They did a limited pressing. So I found a copy of it, and I found it for $20, and it went for crazy money. And I put it up on Discogs, and I said, please don't sell until after I do the show with Grant. Guess what happened?
What?
It sold. But
what was it?
So here's the record, and I think you're going to agree this is the record. I hope you do.
Okay.
So do you know this record?
I know I have the CD. I was unaware that it came out on.
Well, no one was. I mean, they pressed like 500 of them.
What was it, like 88, 89? What is it, 91? What year is that?
94.
Oh, geez, that's late because all the pressing plants were shut down.
Right. So this is Freedy Johnston. It's This Perfect World. And
great record.
This is a no-skip album completely.
100%.
With the Bad Reputation song.
Mm-hmm.
So I sold it, but I listened to a good amount of music digitally in my car. And this record just kills. And I don't know. I assume he's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
But not at the power of this.
I have some of his other stuff, and it's pretty darn close.
But he has this kind of southern drawl, but I guess he was alternative, no? Mm-hmm. Or pop? What was he? He was on MTV.
I think back in the day, the alternative stations least in Columbus, he would have appeared on an alternative station. Yeah, Butch Vig produced that record.
It's outstanding. What the hell is that?
Look at Johnny Metal's dropping in for a moment. He can't commit for a whole show, damn it, but he can drop in for a moment. I appreciate it. Butch Vig, yeah. So you know Butch Vig did Nirvana Nevermind. So
Well, I mean, Garbage. Come on, man.
And he did Garbage.
I mean, Garbage had 3. I know they have one No Skip album because I played that sucker like crazy.
Yeah.
But listen, anyone, I don't do the lenses that get dark outside and whatever.
I do that.
They're creepy.
You should do that because people don't want to look into your cold, stark, deadless eyes.
I have lovely hazel green eyes.
But you have no soul, Rob. There's no soul.
I have no soul.
Right.
But this Freedy Johnston record just slays.
I can't believe you sold it. I would have put it in the bin in your artillery.
I want the CD. That's what I want.
Well, the CD is cheap. That's $1 CD.
I understand that record. It sold for $125. It sells for like $150.
Yeah, just get the CD. You'll be perfectly happy because the CD sounds fine.
I'm perfectly happy streaming it.
Yeah.
So, but it slays.
Oh. Look at Easy Buds. Ordered a new stylus for my old turntable today. Got to dig out some albums soon. Easy Buds.
I'm thinking about buying a new turntable for one main reason.
Okay.
And what would you think that main reason is?
The only thing that I could imagine that you would buy a turntable for is for maybe an analog to digital conversion of tracks.
No. I want to be able to change stereo card to.
Oh, then you'd want a Technics then probably.
No, I want the Technics 1200 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Riga, but I can't.
No.
I can't change the head.
No, come on, that's a belt-driven turntable. This is my philosophy, and this goes against everything in the audiophile community. But direct drive is fantastic. Get a Technics, and people always. Huh?
They're workhorses.
Workhorses. The thing is, people complain about maybe the Technics is not musical. Whatever. That's a bunch of hoo-ha. A cartridge does not... See, I'm going to get really... People are going to hate me. I think it's all in the cartridge. It's not in the turntable. But the thing with the Technics and what I've got an 1100A, which predates the 1200. Mm-hmm. It weighs like 30 pounds. It's all aluminum. It's all metal. You've got to get a turntable that has some mass. That's the thing. You don't want some lightweight.
I'm not an equipment dude, although
yes, you are. Of course you are.
I have like a tube amp. I have some hard bass speakers. I have a great setup. But yeah, I think it's time. I've had the Rega for a couple years.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Yeah, but with the prices of stuff going up, you're looking too close for a new one, like a 3,000.
Don't get a new one. Get a used one.
No, I mean I'll see what it's out there. What do you do? Do you Cape Cod Ken? Do you DJ? Are you scratching?
No, he doesn't. Ken, what do you have? How many? What? You have 3? They're not all of his. He's reselling stuff. He's going to auctions and buying things and turning things around. What? I'm just curious. Everybody here. Okay, here we go. Well, if you want a quiet turntable with stable speed and good isolation, all right, what do you want, Byron?
Well, I'll tell you that I bought the P3, which you can upgrade to a P6.
Mm-hmm.
You get that separate power converter thing that automatically sets the speed correctly.
Mm-hmm. See, mine is 1971 technology, so you've got potentiometers that adjust the speed. Whatever, whoopee-doo. So
there's a great app since your phone has that what do you call it? Gyroscope.
mhm.
You can put it on. You can accurately tell the speed of your turntable.
Oh, Kathy, for God's sakes. Crosley. Oh, my God. You can't mention Crosley on this channel.
What do they do in Richmond, Indiana?
They sell RVs.
Do they also do a barn building, like a good old fashioned Amish barn raising?
That's what they do in Richmond. Yeah.
I think there are more of those than Crosley's.
Yeah. What the heck are you audiophile? Webb, you wouldn't understand. We try to keep your kind out of here. I'm trying to show off my Grado headphones.
I like the wood finish.
Mm-hmm. No, here we go. Dave says some people are content to listen to music from their built-in computer speakers.
I have a friend that I got my hard baths. I have bookshelf hard baths.
Mm-hmm.
He's using them as his computer speakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Here we go. Backstage has a vintage Duel turntable.
Now, I was intrigued by the Duels because they do look nice. They got the wood finish.
Are you talking about an old vintage one or a recent one?
No, the recent one is name only. It's like someone...
Yeah, Duel probably got sold to somebody.
Right, it's like good Chinese, and they slap it on some faux wood thing. The old Duels. And a lot of people fancy themselves like little tinkers, and they can I think they're easy to kind of repair. But that's my knowledge.
I don't know. I bought a Duel. I never thought I just thought that the Duels compared to what Technics was producing was subpar. Because the Technics, look at the 1100A. It looks like it was built in a lab.
I think, in my limited knowledge, the Pioneers looked similar to the Technics. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, well, a lot of the Japanese turntables kind of look similar.
Yeah.
I think the Technics was a better. I know more than you'd ever think, Mr. Arthur. Oh, no. Webb, you're the one that made that comment, not me. It made me judge you in a different light.
Look, I want the Technics. That looks like a turntable. If you ever gone to an audio show, these turntables these days that cost like $1 billion, they look like stands that you put cakes on.
Yeah, but I don't think you can tell a difference in sound. I think mentally you think that there's a difference, but I don't think it all depends upon the cartridge and everything else. See, the thing is with vinyl, it's all very... It's not like with a CD and you're playing a CD, you have to deal with what it produces. Vinyl, there's so many different, what's the word? One system sounds different than another system. You have to tailor it to what you hear. And it's a crapshoot.
Well, I mean, essentially, you're combining 3 different pieces of equipment, maybe 4, to create a sound. I want to be able to swap the heads to mono to stereo. So that's what I want. That's the main thing I want.
Byron says lots of class tables out there. Duel, Thorns, AR. Well, those original ARs that came back in the dawn of time, very highly thought of. I have a Kenwood and a Kenwood, the rock table. I also have a Pioneer PL540 and a PL516. Well, which one's your favorite then?
Who made the realistic turntables?
It depends. Technics, Panasonic made them. They most of the ones that I've ever seen were Technics or Panasonic. They just slapped a different name on them. Yeah.
A lot of people had those.
The Count. I have a DBL turntable so I can scratch my death metal albums while I beatbox. Word. Count. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Hold on. Count?
Yeah.
You also have a large piece of cardboard in front where you spin on your head? Do you do that?
I'd like to know that. I bet he does do that. D Rocker, I have a lot of late 80s. Wait a minute. I have a late 80s top of the line Sony turntable with an inch of dust on it. Look at that. My goodness, that's impressive. An inch of dust is quite a bit. You must be single, D Rocker.
And you don't have an air purifier.
I know what sounds good and what doesn't, drummer's ears. Well, then I don't trust anything you say, Webb. Remember Gerard turntables? They gave you the shaft. All I can say, I've told everybody this story about the Technics turntable that I bought. It's an 1100A, probably made between 1971, 1975, probably. I bought it off eBay. It had the box, it had the cover, it had everything. And it was manual, and it had that nice, big, thick platter that's like this, like an inch thick.
It was aluminum platter?
Yeah.
Did it look like it wasn't played much?
No, it looked fantastic.
Well, how much did you pay for it?
I don't know. This was like 15, 20 years ago.
Okay.
500, 400 maybe.
Yeah,
now they're way more expensive. But the thing is I ordered it. It came, and the cover, the acrylic smoked brown cover, original cover came, and it got broken. I put in a claim at the U.S. Postal Service for it because they screwed up, and they actually refunded the whole thing for me. I got a perfectly great turntable for free.
So you're saying that episode of Seinfeld, that happened to you? Yes,
it did. And I ended up finding a guy on eBay that was selling a lot of audio gear. And I texted him. I said, hey, do you have one of those original smoked brown turntable covers for Technics 1100A? And he said, oh, funny you should mention that. Yeah, I've got one. So I ordered it from him and got it. And so I pieced it all back together. It's like it's
you Frankensteined your turntable.
I did. The thing is, I could have got a clear cover for it, but I went, God, that's kind of I want the smoke brown. I don't want a reproduction. Not that it matters, but yeah. Anyway, I'll be buried with that turntable. I can't imagine I'd want anything more than that thing.
Okay, let's get back.
Okay.
What about your CD player? What kind of CD player are you rocking?
Well, I've got a Technics 5 disc that I'm playing with.
By the way,
I got a Technics 5 disc that I bought at Goodwill.
You broke up for a second. Can you say what it was again?
It was it's a Technics 5 disc changer that I bought at Goodwill.
You know what I have that I bought at Goodwill for $20?
Wow.
An Oppo.
I know you've mentioned that before.
But you know what? I put my Oppo near my TV.
Yeah.
The one I have for my setup is, I think, one of the better ones. You can get a Sony 3D Blu-ray player, which plays almost everything. It doesn't play, what do you call it? Those high-end CDs.
Fremer would not enjoy this. Yeah, but Fremer's ears are much more sensitive than mine.
Plus, he has a full head of hair, which we too do not have.
Right. That helps. He can filter out a lot of that stuff. Well, the thing is, this is the thing, Rob. If I really heard a really nice system, I mean, a really nice one, and I was able to, I don't know if I could go back. I don't want to hear it.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like,
so if you know my friend Jim, Record Collector News,
yeah,
that dude is never satisfied with his setup. So he recently bought a widow, had all her husband's crazy amount of equipment.
Good for him.
That dude changes his stuff around, and I hear all that stuff, and it doesn't make me jealous. He was rocking the ugliest speakers I think I've ever seen these flat panel speakers, they sounded really good. But
the flat panel ones, I know what you're talking about.
They're really good.
They don't have much low end though.
But they sounded good, but they're hideous. There's got to be eye appeal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've gone to enough audio shows where typically the source now is digital. They're not playing
analog. Mm-hmm.
They're not playing analog.
Hey, even new, but think about this, Rob. Most new analog is digitally sourced anyway.
Well, here's typically the best sounding rooms at an audio show. Typically the source is reel to reel. It's tape. Those are usually the best sounding rooms to me. But I mean, dude, you're going in a room with $50,000 speakers. I'm not buying $50,000 speakers.
I'm not either. Favorite cartridge, D-Rocker? Well, that's a good question. I'm running a Shure V15, the last version of the V15. Same cartridge that Steve Hoffman runs. That's what I'm running.
Now, how many hours of play do you get out of a cartridge?
I don't know. You can just swap out put a new stylus on it.
I'm not that mechanical.
Come on, Rob. You know what? Come on.
These meat hooks can barely put a piece of thread through a needle.
You've not put a stylus on a cartridge?
I'm not.
Can you set up your turntable?
Well, every turntable I've ever owned is kind of pre-set up. You just have to balance the tone arm.
Well, kind of. Anti-skating, too. There's a lot more to it.
Hey, here's the funny thing. We're not all experts. We try our best. We watch videos to try and do things. In my world, like collecting jazz, there was a Chet Baker record that Blue Note put out about 3 or 4 years ago. And people were complaining that it would skip. Like their arm would skip. And what I think it was the N-Groove who kind of made a video. What it made people do is rebalance their tone arm correctly. That record probably helped more people fix their turntables than they didn't. I don't know if they ever intended it to happen. So it's like you get great sound. You can study. You can have the Dalai Lama come in and bless your turntable. You could do whatever you want, but it's like stuff like that forces you to make everything proper, right? You know what I mean?
The count's coming back, Rob. Too old to head spin, but I can still do the worm. Word. All right, man. More power to you, Count.
You know what, Count? You're wiggity, 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 whack.
He is wiggity, isn't he?
Yes.
I like it. Okay. Okay, here we go, Byron. Now we're talking more turntable talk. Most of my tables have minor issues. My Gerard DD75 is dead quiet, direct dive. Not sexy, but very solid. All right. Are you guys talking great albums or we're talking turntables, Webb. Calm down.
We're shooting the shit.
It's called shooting the shit.
Maybe change the name. We'll have to change the name of the stream.
Well, the last time we shot the shit, I got more enjoyment out of us just shooting the shit than talking records. I kind of liked it. We'll talk records. I got a whole bunch of records that I've got that I'm going to.
I talked to Freedy Johnston, but how about this? I pulled this out.
Go ahead. Talk something so Webb will be happy. I've got that. Is that an original one?
This is an original, which I think goes for a little bit of dough.
I've got one of those. I bought it for, I think it was $3 or $2.
It's still in the shrink.
Oh,
it really is very nice. And it's a great album. This is a 2016 reissue, but it sounds awesome.
Oh, see, I've got an original 90s one.
Who did this? I think someone remastered this. Yeah, this is Chris Bellman. Give me a Chris Bellman any day. He does sound good.
Yeah, but I've got an original one.
Isn't this like pseudo sort of traveling Wilburys? They're all kind of on this.
No, it's Mike Campbell and Tom Petty. Wilburys aren't on it.
Jeff Lynne, he helped produce it.
Yeah.
It's a very, I waited tables when I came to LA. You know who I waited on?
I believe you waited on it wasn't Jeff Lynne. It was a Wilbury, right? Tom Petty? You waited on Tom Petty?
That dude was
What year was that?
It was over 20 years ago, I think. That dude was drugged out. He was
he was doing a lot of heroin 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was very zombie-like. But this album's fantastic. There's only one kind of somber-y song on it. He's kind of feels like he's in a good mood playing the music.
Mm-hmm. God, everybody's here tonight. You must draw a lot of people, Rob.
I draw haters. I'm telling you.
I know. It's always...
Some people do not like me a lot.
Here we go. Favorite cartridge, a Jabbertone 3023. Do you know what that is?
Is it the one Fred Flintstone used?
Is that what Fred Flintstone used with the bird?
Yeah, was that? I think I have a picture of it right here, Grad. You want to see it?
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Let's see. Where is it at? Here.
Older Denon equipment is fantastic. Well, what's wrong with current Denon equipment?
Here it is.
Let's see.
I think this is the equipment. There it is. The Jabbertones right there.
Is that the Jabbertone?
Yeah.
I like it. I listened to No Wave, No Skip today. Split ends, true colors.
Hey.
I don't know what that is.
They're back together, Split Ends. They're touring. I wonder if
they are?
They're touring at least Australia and New Zealand. I wonder if they're going to come to the US. Oh,
is Neil doing it too?
Yeah. Do you know what tickets I got today?
No.
So the Hollywood Bowl opened today, and you could buy all the tickets. September.
Yes.
I'm kind of mad because the main is like there's two opening acts. So it's Squeeze with Adam Ant.
Okay.
And the main tour is with Haircut 100, but it's at the Hollywood Bowl. It's not going to be Haircut 100. It's going to be
Missing Persons?
No, the beat. The
English Beat?
The English Beat.
Yeah, I saw the English Beat on the 80s cruise. I saw...
Basically, it's just Dave Weekling, right?
Yeah, but they were fantastic.
So that's going to be at the Bowl. It should be good. And have you heard the new Squeeze album?
No.
Excellent. Here's the thing of the tour. Let me see if I can pull that up. Here.
Well, you got easy, bud. You got to set it up correctly. Look at that. Where are they playing again? At the Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah, here's where they're playing near you.
I saw Squeeze, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years ago. And I think Cheap Trick opened.
Supposedly last year they toured with Heart. They're playing at Cleveland on the 1st of September.
Kyle, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on. Vinyl over CD, laser. Oh, look, Ken. Look at you, Ken. Ken is an audiophile. If you ever seen Ken set up, he's like one of those audiophiles that you know what I'm talking about. All the elite stuff, like
he puts the weight on the turntable.
Yeah. You think vinyl's better than CD? I don't think it's better.
I did a discussion the other day because the Jellyfish Spilled Milk came out as an audiophile record. I'm kind of adamant that the original CD is the best sounding of that record. I
can guarantee you this: that the original Matthew Sweet Girlfriend CD from 91 is fantastic.
You say that.
It is. Well, this is the thing. See, Ken says vinyl is better than CD, but this is how it works. It's all about the mastering. It's not about the medium. You always should go, your motivation is to not worry about what medium it is. It's what has the best mastering.
I think it was said the Jellyfish Spilled Milk when they mastered it. They didn't do two separate masterings. It was the same mastering for both.
Well, I've heard about Steve Hoffman when he was doing projects. I don't know if he's doing anything now, but he would always make sure that the vinyl pressing matched the CD pressing. So you could interchange them and they would still have the same tonality. But I think he was basing everything off the point that he was trying to match what the original vinyl sounded like, considering that that's what everybody should have been familiar with.
Hey, can you highlight DC's comment? No, not that one.
Well, there's a lot. I'm not keeping up with the comment very well.
His comment is his CD works for his lifestyle. What's your lifestyle?
DC. Okay, here we go. CD works for my lifestyle, but vinyl is better artistic presentation. What he means by that, if you're getting up and going and you just have an iPad or an iPod, you're just playing music off of that. That's what that means.
It means that the way it comes off to me is on the weekends he's going down to Club Med.
He might be. I don't think DC's going to Club Med, but
does anyone go to Club Med?
No, that was a 90s thing. Ken is a music producer. He better have great equipment. Ken has great equipment, but I don't think that I don't think vinyl is superior. This is what since I've got all these records that I was going to kind of show people that we're going to go through. The thing is that I've noticed about CDs as opposed records, when I'm doing a digital transfer and my cartridge is the Shure V15 that Steve Hoffman has, blah, 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 blah. I've just noticed that for vinyl, yeah, it's got that kind of warm sound, but the clarity is not quite there like it is on CDs. Now, whether you like that or not, I don't know.
Well, see, I mainly for vinyl collect jazz.
Mm-hmm.
So I think jazz works better on vinyl. Few instruments, you're hearing them clear, the richness. But look, I told you, the Freedy Johnston kills, and I'm streaming it.
Yeah, the Freedy Johnston, the original CD, sounds fantastic. You have no problem with that.
Mm-mm.
But, I mean, everybody's mileage may vary. I don't have a problem with vinyl. This is my whole philosophy, and I've talked about this with you before, Waxed, is that I go for whatever is going cheap or whatever has the best mastering. Back in the 90s, whenever all you assholes were dumping all your vinyl and you were throwing them, giving them away at the record stores, I was there buying everything up for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do that with CDs. I'm buying all this stuff that you're getting rid of. Always buy low, kids. Always buy low.
I mean, look, it's not quantity, it's quality.
Well, when it comes down to it, yes.
So, I mean, if you looked at my place, you would go, no, you're quantity. But it is.
On a recent outing, I wore a Velvet Underground album cover. Of course you did, Dave.
Yeah, well, Dave, you just got it because you like the shape of the banana, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
He's not one of my favorites, Grant, if you could tell.
Well, I like Dave because he's from Marion, Ohio. He's from the same town I am.
Well, apparently there's good people and bad people everywhere.
Here we go. DC says, I'm at a drawing table all day. I'm not getting up every 17 minutes to flip albums.
Hey, DC, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I started out being a graphic designer, and my first job was at this place where it was just aisles of designers at tables. We had a guy who worked with us. They would play music, and this guy who would work there would sing to himself. So we would mess with him and go, watch this. And I would start singing a song and then stop. And that guy would take over singing that song. We would do that all day long.
All right, Ken, I'm going to book, get ready because I'm going to contact you to book that show. Let's do that.
How many Kens are here, by the way?
There's a lot of Kens. We're breeding them. That's a Ken. This is a Ken.
You know, it's not like I pay attention to babies that are being born, but I gotta think there are no Kens being put out these days.
No, Ken's not a name you want anymore.
Is Ken short for something?
Seriously, Ken, Ken, Laser CD, we're going to book that show. We're going to do that next week. Be ready. I can hardly wait. Here we go. West Coast Dave, I bought a fancy Marantz CD player and now all my CDs sound way better. Well, I think it does depend upon don't forget digital and analog converters got a lot better than the original CD players. So you can take an original CD from the 80s, put it in a modern CD player, and it sounds way better because the digital to analog converters have improved.
So it has nothing to do with reading the information. Wasn't there ones that claim they have more than one laser or something?
I think that's BS. Easy Bud says vinyl varies like CDs. I have several original vinyl master recordings that are the best. Yes, what is that? I'm trying to think. There's an Alice Cooper album that's on the Green Label Warner Brothers CD. What's the second Alice Cooper album? It's the red cover. The Brain. I have a Green Label Warner Brothers of that. It sounds fantastic.
Okay, I can tell you, like, there's things I've learned doing this in a short period of time. Is generally the Green Label Warners are really good sounding, and I can say that going from Black Sabbath to Herbie Hancock to what's his name, the Irish guy.
I
have one
the guy that was in Them.
Yeah. The guy
What's his name?
We both can't think of his name.
The guy that hates music, but he's a musician.
Radio.
Yeah, that guy.
No. All those, Van
Morrison. Van Morrison. Jesus. I swear to God.
I will say, if you find a Green Label, which the Green Label was what, 69 to 70?
Like yes.
For some reason, whether you find a Monarch, I generally think Green Labels, you find a Monarch pressing, those sound good,
Well, I'm not, but Ken, we're the other Ken, Cape Cod Ken, we're not talking Blu-ray though.
Yeah, and stop with the Steven Wilson, would you?
Yeah, Steven will,
people act like he farts on a record and it sounds better.
DC said it was Easy Action. The Green Label Alice Cooper that I have, it sounds fantastic. For those who know, I also have an RL Led Zeppelin II.
I do.
How many do you have? I have a couple.
You want to hear my funny? Mine is not in the best shape, but here's my story. I went to
do you think it's better than the original CD that came out?
Well, I don't have the original CD, but let me just tell you this. I went to an estate sale, and these people were high on their own farts. All the records were way horribly overpriced, but they were so stupid. I found 3 Led Zeppelin IIs there. One of them was the RL, the one you want, because there's like 6 versions of it.
Yeah, there's probably more than that.
So the one you want is a Monarch, RL on both sides, and there's one other indicator. I found that one, $15. It looks like a hobo slept with it, or Dave the pickup artist slept with it. And then fucker plays loud. It looks G. It plays close to VG plus. It's crazy that is mastered so hot that the noise is kind of, made irrelevant. So I mean, I found one. I wish I would find a nicer VG Plus one, but
How did that even start? Did that all start up from the Steve Hoffman forums being such
I don't know how
is that where it got all whipped up?
No, I think historically it's been whipped up because of the story on how it became to be, right? You know that story?
Yeah, I do.
That it was the guy's daughter and she complained that it kept skipping.
Ahmet Erdogan's daughter had the record and it kept skipping on her cheap stereo.
But I think historically people knew that was the shit.
But I think that the original CD that was mastered by, I'm trying to think the guy's name. He's been on Steve Hoffman's site before. It might be from a LP master, but I think the original CDs sound fine. They're not loud. They're not maximized.
Well, okay. It's the bass and the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And it has that bam, that kind of, does the CD have that?
Well, I'd have to dig it out and play it, but I never had any issues with it. And I've got an RL, so it was.
I trust your memory of it.
It was fine. Those original Led Zeppelin CDs from the 80s are fine.
Wait, what's your rule? Like, what's the best CD? You have this rule thing. You were talking about last time, and now I forgot it out of my head.
One of my favorite sounding CDs?
No, it's a CD that has a thing on it. The Bullseye or something.
Oh, the Target CD?
The Target CD, okay.
Well, what about them?
No, I think you say those sound good.
Well, for the most part, because they're not futzed with, they're not, it's before, see, with the CD thing, everybody bitches about the 80s CDs, but the 80s CDs, when they originally came out, that's what you want because they're not maximized, they're not compressed. A lot of those are flat transfers. So look at Fleetwood Mac Rumors. If you got the Target CD of Fleetwood Mac Rumors, that's a flat transfer. If you play the remastered version, you can hear how jacked up they jacked it up. It is so trebly unbelievable. But if you have the original Target CD from 1984, you can hear what the master tape sounds like. Now, the whole Steve Hoffman philosophy is he'd rather listen to the master tape and then tweak it to his own EQ. And I kind of subscribe to that. I would rather have a flat transfer from the master, and then I can add bass and treble how I want. I don't like the idea that someone can predetermine what that original master tape sounds like. Like if you listen, like the remasters of Fleetwood Mac Rumors, is very trebly. Well, maybe I don't want all that treble. I'd rather listen to it flat, and then I can add what I want.
I have that remastered, and it sounds good.
Well, I'm talking about, the new one. I'm talking about
one they did like
in the early 90s or something. The straight Fleetwood Mac Rumor CD that everybody can go to the used bins and find. But the original, the Target, the West German or Japanese Target sounds vastly different. And according to Steve Hoffman, that is a flat transfer off the master tape. What would you rather hear? I'd rather hear what the master tape sounds like, warts and all. That's just me. And I can add whatever I want. You know what I mean?
Grant likes his tape hiss. He loves it.
Well, I'd rather listen to what the damn tape sounds like. Am I crazy or no? I would like everybody to know. Stay out of trouble. Well, I'm just saying, maybe I'm an audiophile. Maybe I'm nuts. But all I'm going to say is go check out the Target CD made in West Germany, Japan issue of Rumors. Go out on eBay, get yourself one. The thing is, it's not like you can go to Spotify and listen. Let's say you want to go and hear it. You can't just go and hear it. The things with Spotify and all these digital like Apple Music and Spotify, they force feed you what you don't have any choice in different masterings.
Well, hold on one second there, Grant.
What?
The Apple offers that list.
But that just means there's no that just means that it's
sounds good.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what if you are like one of those people that want to find but you're
Hey,
all
Grant,
I'm saying is I would go ahead.
Can we make you feel better right now?
Sure.
Tokyo Brian.
You're going to cause Rob, the way you're talking, you're going to cause the VC to have a hemorrhage.
Oh, dude,
I'm more VC than you are.
Have you experienced me before?
Mm-hmm.
I do like your chalice. Hey, Tokyo Record Style. He's giving you a compliment. Is it Dr. Pepper or Diet Coke in there?
I think that's Diet Coke.
Look, Tokyo Record Style is giving you.
Wait a minute. I'm looking. Means someone understands what I'm saying, or is he giving me crap?
No, he likes your headphones.
Oh, where is Tokyo?
In Tokyo.
I'm trying to find his comment.
It's there. Maybe you blocked him, but I see him.
I didn't block anybody. No one's blocked. Robin Trower remix is a disappointment, according to Laser Ken.
Which album?
Which one? Which Robin Trower, Ken? Oh my God, Cape Cod Ken loves the rumble from an 8-track. Oh, good God Almighty, we are doomed.
Cape Cod Ken, you just like coming in the middle of a song. That's what you like.
Exactly.
Listen.
What? DC Shitfucker has a wonderful gospel album. I don't think I've ever heard DC say something like that. What is going on with the chat?
I think get your heads out of the toilet, people.
Grant's audio file added to the playlist now. I know I might be an audio file.
Hey, as my stepmother used to say, no bathroom talk at the table.
Yeah, clean your mouth out, DC. I can't believe you're doing that.
Don't wash your mouth out with soap. Hey, Kathy, I do like the Mountain Dew. Good comment.
I think Mountain Dew's a quality product.
Yes.
I still can't find what's his name's comment.
If I could have a blood transfusion with any type of liquid, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew will work for me. It's potty time. I recently got kicked off a fight just for sleeping. I sleep in the nude. What the hell, Dave? That's because you're from Marion, probably.
Listen, we know you hibernate, Dave. You're probably underneath someone's porch.
So anyway, all I'm saying, everybody, I should put a poll up. Do you think it's better to actually hear the tapes from a band from back in the day, or do you want something mastered to what they think you should hear? I kind of go with the Steve Hoffman thing. Well, I'd rather have a flat transfer.
Can I give you an example from my life?
Mm-hmm.
When in the mid 80s in college, my brother somehow was selling stereo equipment from a catalog service. And that's when CD players came out. And he got me a great deal on a Sony CD player. That was my first one.
Okay.
I got Chicago's greatest hits.
Okay.
And I listened to Saturday in the Park. And there was shit I've never heard before. Like there's a part in there where the guy is saying shit that I didn't know was part of the song. It's like, when I was walking down the street. Yeah, I was walking down the street. And blah, blah, blah. Do you know that's like part of the song?
Well, it was a lot more revealing, you know?
So how can I hear that for the first time like that when I probably listened to the song off the radio and then I get the CD and I knew the song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hear all this extra shit that I'd never heard before. What happened?
Yeah.
You know what the other cool thing was when they put out the Beatles albums on CD?
Yeah.
That you could turn just to the right channel and hear the lame stereo in the first.
Yeah, but if you're talking about the first 4, those were all mono though. You're talking later, like Help and well, Help was remixed and so was wait a minute. Help was remixed and so was Rubber Soul. Revolver is the original mix. Everything after Revolver on the original CDs were the original mix.
Hey, I don't want to throw a landmine on the stream.
Go ahead.
Cassettes.
Wait a minute. Let me read what Piper says. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with the Vinyl Piper's channel, Vinyl Piper plays a lot of psychedelia.
That's all he likes. He makes fun of you if you don't listen to it.
But we do psychedelia on my channel, but
yeah, I see how you do those. But
not like the Piper does. But I have squiggly background art, unlike the Piper. Anyway, First Nevermind CD sounds really good compared to all other reissues. That's because it came out in 1991 before things were being futzed with. There you go.
Hey, you want me to insult him? Listen to my take. Put that.
Go. I want you to insult. Go ahead.
I find that CD makes a good coaster for your drinks. Thank you.
They pressed a lot of them.
Hey, Kathy wants to know my opinion on something.
Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Waxed. What is your opinion on you? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I only have 2. I have the Miles Davis kind of blue, and I have the John Coltrane Love Supreme. That Love Supreme fucking sounds excellent. But I'm of the thing that, and I think Grant agrees with me on this point. If a record was recorded really well, then generally almost every pressing of that record is going to sound good.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. And to charge people $150 because it's supposedly the best presentation of that album, I don't know. The Steely Dans have been all HQUR'd. I have regular versions of it that sound incredibly awesome.
Just like the original ABCs or the original MCAs? Yeah.
Well, like the Asia.
Well, didn't Roger Nichols master a lot of those?
I don't know.
Back in the day?
I just think if you're part of this community like you are now.
Well, evidently I am.
No, not you. I'm saying Kathy, like you're participating in the chat.
Oh, well, I love Kathy. Yeah.
Watch one of Grant's 19 live streams a week. He highlights music at least more than half the time, right? He plays songs. If it sounds good, like people say there's an era where it's just a muddy, bad recording of the album, then it's going to sound that way. There's a lot of ways to fix that. No.
Well, look at Katie Lied. Well, that was all screwed up when it was recorded. It always sounded a bit questionable.
Hey, Dave, I'm sure you're busy digging up Karen Carpenter's body right now.
I'm hoping the Carpenter how is that going to happen, Dave? What is he talking about?
Dave, I heard you were thinking about going on the Karen Carpenter diet. I think you should.
You like the Pumpkins Webb? Webb loves everything. Have you ever seen anything that Webb doesn't like? Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Early Steely Dan were on Dunhill, which I guess was ABC, but
well, do you know other Dunhill albums? There are other ones that are good, right?
Mamas and the Papas. What else came out on Dunhill?
A lot of that rootsy kind of music.
Well, you know, a lot of that 70s vinyl, though, people, because of the gas crisis, they were taking a lot of it and grinding it up and reusing it. And you'd get a lot of vinyl that had like particles and it'd be questionable. Remember that?
So I don't know if you picked up anything for Record Store Day.
I did. I've got it right here.
My favorite, and I think you might, if you don't have it, is the Cure acoustic greatest hits. Do you know that one? Like they redid it.
I am familiar, but I don't have it.
So I learned something this week. I thought bio vinyl was the same thing as recycled vinyl. It is not. in the Cure Records bio vinyl, and
I don't know what bio vinyl is.
I can't give you a full definition, but it's not recycled vinyl.
Okay.
So I think maybe with the crisis we're in right now with oil derivatives making, the type of PDC that goes to make vinyl.
And you have no idea how much vinyl I have. I've been over this before. I bought shitloads in the 90s. I have more vinyl than I can even deal with.
Ooh,
this is all record store day stuff that I bought.
All right, show your vinyl, man.
All right. Well, this is what I got record store. I haven't even opened this shit. Well, okay, I got, when I was in Pittsburgh, I got the Records album. You familiar with this Records album?
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, it's Power Pop, baby. This is a UK pressing on Virgin. Got it for a decent price. I bought the Pink Floyd box set, which, of course, this is a bootleg.
Well, it's not, the box set's coming out later. I think that's just the bootleg recording of that concert, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't opened it yet, but I bought it.
But people say that guy who recorded it is good, better than average.
XTC.
Okay.
Live Boots.
Good.
Bought that. And I got this Power Pop album called, I just saw it in a bin, Power Pop, and it's on red vinyl. What label is this on? Soul Jazz Records. But it was part of Record Store Day, but I got that. And then Greg from Get Hip Records gave me a whole bunch of Cynics albums. So I'm going to do a tour. I'm working on getting that booked. If you know Get Hip Records out of Pittsburgh, not only do they have a record store, but they are a record company. He gave me all these Cynic albums, and I'm going to do a show on them, but he gave them to me. He gave me a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm going to be going to Pittsburgh and doing a tour of their warehouse. And he gave me a tour, but I thought, well, why don't we document this, throw it up on the channel?
How, their reissue label?
Well, that, and they have new stuff too.
Okay.
So
when you go to Pittsburgh, go to the Andy Warhol Museum. That's
we're going to go. I am got planned to do that.
Best thing.
Anyway, and then I got a Deadbeat Poets. Oops. Frank from the Deadbeat Poets gave me one of the Deadbeat Poets records. So I got that free. And Frank's also in the band Blue Ash. So this is something I'm going to be doing that on the vinyl vault eventually. I have so much stuff that I need to convert over to digital. It's just amazing.
I picked up something that you might like. Do you know? So I think this is being reissued by the label, but do you have this reissue?
I do not. I've just got the original CD.
So this was Analog Spark, which was sort of an audiophile reissue label, but people freak out about this reissue from 2017. So I had it once. I listened to it and I go, but I found another copy of it. But check this out. You know Patrick, the vinyl archivist, or
I do.
So I took his advice. There is a version of this record that he says sounds the best. And it has like an F or an FF in the dead wax. So you have to search for it. But I found...
Is he talking about an original Atlantic pressing? I mean, like from back in the day?
Yeah. I think it might be a mid-70s reissue. But I was with him. He came to town for the VinylCon. He found me a copy of it, and it does sound spectacular. So I'm swapping out because I found an original Wait a minute,
that's an original with the hype sticker?
The hype sticker?
Wait, I'm going to make you big because I have never seen that hype sticker. Go ahead.
So hype sticker?
I'll be damned.
But wait, there's more. I'll let you look at it. Then this on the back, this sticker.
I've never seen that.
So I'm Frankenstein the F1. That sounds fantastic with this cover.
Wow.
It was worth paying $20, which I think is a little more than this goes for.
We got a wow from Jay. Wow. Jay says, wow,
Did I hear
Rob.
something? Was I like,
I think you might have got some props.
I'm not just a jazz guy, Grant.
I never said that. That is a stereotype that you are plagued with.
I know. It's fine. You know, I've been on this earth not as long as you have.
No, I'm
For a long
old.
time. I listened to more other types of music most of my life than that.
What year were you born, Rob? Go ahead, tell me. Give me a 60s?
68.
All right, I'm 65. You're not that much younger.
No, my brother's 3 years older than me. But
These record store days are so damn price. Well, it depends upon what you get.
well, okay, let me help you out. Who said that comment?
That was West Coast Dave.
West Coast Dave. I've already gone into stores that have been discounting the record store day records. Like I got mad because I picked up McCoy Tyner double album for $50. I went into a store and they were selling it for $30. Already the prices are coming down.
Yeah, Did you didn't well, did you see anybody who had the Todd Rundgren one? The new one?
There were a few that I feel like people just didn't order or they didn't get the orders ready in time. There was a bunch of albums that I just did not see.
Yeah, well, I was looking for the Todd Rundgren one, but they didn't have it in Pittsburgh.
But it's online and you can find it for cheaper now.
Webb does have a good point. Great coaster CDs, any Oasis. Yes, there's plenty of them around. They're a dollar CD. No need to spend much on Oasis.
Hey, dude, people spend a lot of money when they came to LA to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
They have a special store on Hollywood Boulevard. People were spending money hand over.
Oh God, Rome loves dance. Shout out to my 65ers. We've lived the best years. Have we, Dan? I don't know. I'm getting awfully old. Rob, you're still a youngster. See? Because Ken's older than us.
I'm not an age person. I'm telling you. I have to, if you watch me at all. Listen, Dave. You think that's funny?
Rob's not old, but he did help the cops find John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, but didn't you used to paint pictures with John Wayne Gacy, Dave?
Oh, geez.
Aren't you from the same town? Isn't that where
Is he?
Didn't you? Oh, Dave used to model for John Wayne Gacy for paintings.
He did?
Yeah.
Webb makes me feel sad. I love Oasis, said Kathy. Cape Cod Ken's Wayne and the Stock Forest Group Record Store Day release is fantastic. I could have bought that all day on
Grant.
Pittsburgh.
Grant, did my friend reach out to you yet? My friend Brad?
Omnivore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already got a shipment.
See? I helped him. Did he send
I've got that CD of that.
Did he sent you this?
Yes, he did.
Did you know this band?
I do now.
Did you listen to it yet?
I've listened about one of the CDs on it.
Did you like it?
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad. Good. Thank you. Thank you for helping him out.
I just need to I want to do a review on some of this stuff.
He puts out good stuff that you would like.
What does that mean? What did I do with my wedding ring? I don't feel. Oh, I took it off. Holy shit, Grant! You were born in 1965. I didn't realize it. You don't look it. Well, it's because it's good genes, Count.
Count.
Choose your genes wisely.
Hey, Count, stop kissing his ass, okay?
Yeah, why is Count kissing my ass? I don't usually tell anybody what year I was born because it surprises me.
I'm youthful. I've never, listen, when I was 7, I was an old man.
Chris says he's still younger than me, born in 1958. Look at you, Chris.
Oh, God. Yeah, but if you ever saw Chris Hill, he looks like he was born in 1928.
This might be the best. This might be the best comment. When Alex told me he liked the band Train, he really broke my heart. God, Train, really? Jesus,
Train's not horrible.
Okay, here we go. See, this is how we change people's lives. You guys made me go dig into my albums for the first time in 35 years, pulled out the best of the Guess Who, Three Dog Night Live at the Forum, History of Eric Clapton, and Chicago Transit Authority. You are welcome, Easy Buds.
Well, hold on. Easy Buds. Did you pull them out, or did you go into a Goodwill and find all those records?
Well, could have done that.
Thank you.
But I think he broke out his turntable, from what I understand. Oh, it's a sin to take your wedding ring off. Well, there it is. It's not a sin. That's made up by the monkeys.
You have to clean it.
Yeah. Sometimes I need a break. Okay, here we go. Dan says, yes, in terms of music, TV, youth culture, and seeing modern technology come to light, we have years to go while we await those wanted super deluxe boxes. I don't know. This seems like everybody's putting out super deluxe boxes now. This is my philosophy, and I said this before. If you've got CDs and you're thinking of getting rid of them, just hold on to them, because when the younger generation finds them and say, oh my God, you can get music out of this little disc. Wow, look how cool this is. And they embrace it. It's just going to come around. Vinyl had its moment. CDs will have their moment again. I swear to God. Hold tight.
Hold on. They're already having their moment.
They're having their moment. Okay.
People put it like Grant just got CDs from my friend that they put out mostly CDs.
Mm-hmm. Grant's I'm going to hell. I'm sure I am. I'll be okay. Don't forget, didn't the Catholic Church come up with this? Wedding? People never got wedding. Who came up with weddings?
But honestly, if Grant's going to hell, it'll be easier for him to date.
It will. That'd be fantastic.
Yes.
But I can't remember. Was it the Catholic Church that came up with that? Don't forget, kids, a lot of the monkeys on the earth came up with a lot of these rules. So I'm just saying. Stephen Davis, the course, I never got away from CDs. Okay, now we're talking cassettes again. Cassettes are collectible again. What's your thoughts on cassettes, Rob? You deal with a lot of auctions and reselling.
Well, here's the thing. I'd like to listen to them to sell them. I need to find a good cassette player.
Mm-hmm.
I hear like the Nakamichis are the way to go.
Yeah, but they're kind of temperamental. Get you a good Akai 3-head.
I don't need Dave to pick apart his dating advice. But I have the Cure Standing on the Beach cassette. Yep. And that is different than the vinyl because it has twice as many songs on it. It's a single vinyl release, but the cassette has twice as many songs on it.
I have got that CD. I mean that tape. This is one of the claims of fame with cassettes that I had. Yeah. I was at the flea market in beautiful Delaware, Ohio, and guess what I saw for $1? Was an original Mobile Fidelity was it Living in the Past? No, what's the other? Not Living in the Past. Jethro Tull. The one with the newspaper. Oh, help me.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I found one of a Mobile Fidelity Chrome cassette.
I've never seen a Mobile Fidelity
for $1. I turned that sucker over. I put it up on Discogs and sold it for like $100. You know how rare that thing is? Rare.
I've never seen one, so I know.
And I played it. It sounded fantastic.
Now, I'll tell you this. One of the records...
Thick as a brick. It was thick as the Mobile Fidelity cassette, thick as a brick on chrome tape. Yes.
So one of the record stores in LA has a listening booth.
Mm-hmm.
They put a cassette in there, and I was blown away how good it sounded. Like I didn't even know what he was playing in there.
Well, if you get it, if if the planets collide, you use a metal tape or something for your transfer, it's going to sound fantastic.
Let me go grab a handful of cassettes and you can tell me like what you think of them. Hold on one second.
Okay. I've got a whole bunch of cassettes that are sealed because every time I go to like different stores, I pick them up. I've got a whole bunch of metal tapes that are still sealed. I'm just waiting to sell them, I think. Probably. I don't know. I'm not really recording anything. Anyway, look at everybody. It's nice to see you so up front. West Coast Dave, my son's 21 and is building a considerable CD collection, even though he doesn't have a player. Kids are realizing they missed out on physical media. Well, Dave, I think that gives us all hope for that.
Well, I mean, here's one. I don't think anyone's talking about this, but this is a great album.
Let's see. Circle Jerks.
Golden Shower Hits.
I've never seen it. What label is that on? Is that on a label?
Avenue Records. Like
that's an original one, that's for sure.
Yeah. How about this?
I've never seen that on cassette.
Crosby, Stills and Nash replay. So it must be a comp.
But that's WEA. That must be an import.
It is. I think it is because remember, because well, it's 1980. Look.
Yeah, that's some other country. D Rocker says, see if you can find a Boston third stage mobile fidelity for $1 on cassette. I'll never see that. I couldn't believe that I saw Thick as a Brick for $1.
Yeah, but this goes back to my original what I said. That's a really well recorded album. The regular vinyl sounds great.
I think Lakeside, Ohio's up by Cleveland. I don't know. Hour and a half, 2 hours and a half.
Hey, this is timely.
Oh, God, you can have that. I don't want anything to do with Michael Jackson.
Really?
I don't care. I don't like any of that stuff. I have a sealed Metallica No Life to Leather cassette from 2015 Record Store Day.
Well, based on, did you watch Stranger Things the last season?
I did, yeah.
In primary, what was featured was the John Coltrane "I Love Supreme" cassette. So Universal issued one. You can buy it, $15.
Easy Buds has cassettes, but no cassette player. I've got a 3-head Akai that was built for the Japanese market. I have to have a transformer to use it. Knocks down the what's Japan? We're 120. They're like 110 or something. But I haven't used it lately, but it works. The other thing is there's a place in Columbus called Stereo Lab, and they were telling me that they just don't work on anything. Like if you have something that needs repaired, like if it's a cassette deck, if it's not a 3-head deck, they're not going to touch it. 2-head decks, junk. They don't care about that stuff. But you have to have a 3-head, a decent deck, then they'll fix it. They won't touch anything like a 2-head deck or anything like that. I got rid of all my albums, just collect compact discs and cassettes now. Chris, that's fine. Whatever works for you, that's all that matters. I got a Dennis Wilson Pacific Ocean Blue on cassette, got it for 50 cents. I believe that. I think Pacific Ocean Blue ended up in the cutout bins. I love Prince. What about Prince? I do love Prince. I like his 80s stuff. What?
You want to hear the best Prince performance ever?
Go ahead.
He was at Coachella one year, and his version of Creep, Radiohead's Creep, go to YouTube and listen to that. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I've never heard that. I think someone's mentioned that before. I was aware of it, but I've never heard it.
You will not be disappointed.
Kathy likes CDs. That's fine. Whatever works for you. Oh, I think Japan is both 50 hertz and 60 hertz, depending on where you are. Byron, you ever have to work? Byron works on equipment. Did you ever have to work on a Japanese deck or any kind of audio that was meant for the Japanese market? I think it's 50 hertz, 60 hertz. Yeah, but I think voltage wise, I think they're 110 and we're 120, or they're 100. I think they're 110. So you have to knock down you have to have a converter. I have all the original Prince stuff now. I'm starting to collect the box sets. Oh, the 1999 box. I don't have any of those. I just have the original CDs. I would like to get the Sign of Times box, but I doubt I'll get it now. I haven't gotten it yet. Okay, Japan is 100. All right. Yeah, but like that Akai deck, I have it on a converter and it's fine. Do you mean Radiohead's cover of The Air That I Breathe?
Prince's cover of Creep. I don't think you can confuse the two.
I can't. Webb might, though. He mows a lot of yards, so I don't know. Maybe. I saw Prince in concert in 2004 in MSG. Then a couple of months later, Madonna with the ex-girlfriend. Madonna had an ex-girlfriend?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what that means. One of my best friends had a cousin who was a famous singer, and I met him a few times. He was from Dayton, Ohio. That's good. Grant, does it qualify as a does this this show is just really just the Wax and I just shooting shit. This is really what it's progressed to.
It's not the Rock Warehouse. It's the Rock Storage Facility.
Yes, pretty much. This is just us shooting the shit.
Yes.
Some equipment lets you change the voltage to run off of. I had a Marantz cassette deck that had a switch in the back. I sold the damn I probably should have kept that damn thing because it was absolutely beautiful. The dials, the blue, that Marantz equipment was so well designed and so beautiful. But it had a voltage switch on the back, so it was an international model. And I shouldn't have sold it. Like an idiot, of course I sold it.
We do stupid things.
Yeah, lucky I never got to see Prince live either.
I saw Prince live. He did like a 3-week, maybe a 2-month stint here in LA at the Forum.
Chris, you've got the Sign of Times box set. How is it? I think all the Marantz stuff was great, even though, when they went over and were sold to the Japanese, but then it got sold to Philips, and I don't think it ever recovered.
What was that electronics place that sold stuff rebranded? And it was sort of looked at as like a little higher end.
Company?
Yeah.
I just remember
I don't know if they were
MCS that was pennies, but I don't know anybody else who did that.
I don't know if it was rebranded Sony products. Begins with an M, I want to think. I know they were big in the 80s into the 90s. Meyer Amco, no?
Not like Pacific Audio.
No, was it Meyer Amco?
That doesn't ring. Yeah, D-Rocker. The old Marantz receivers are beautiful.
No, they're gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. The best design, bar none. You could just get the receiver and just, especially like the late 80s, like the 87s. No, the 1978, 79, before they had the black background and then they had the aluminum that was cut out. The late 70s ones were stunning.
Hey, Rome, Dan. I don't have surround sound listening set up. I do go to these events that Universal puts on when they redo an album in 5.1 or 7.1 at the Dolby Theater, and I've listened. They sound really cool, but that's not how I listen to anything.
Yeah, I don't have 5.1. I don't have surround. My stereo system's from 1979 because I'm a purist. Body Knowledge says Moogie Music. don't know what that
I
is.
would remember Moogie music.
Kathy says, is it Magnavox?
No.
Well, Magnavox rebranded Philips stuff, but they're the same company. Old stuff, great sound. See you, Ash. Have a good evening or whatever it is.
I apologize to everyone.
Go ahead.
I grew up in Washington, D.C.
Oh, no.
So Meyer Amco is a Washington, D.C. chain.
Okay.
And it looks like they would sell rebranded stuff.
Huh. I've never heard of them. We didn't have that in Ohio.
Well, because it's a DC area audio video chain.
West Coast Dave says, D-Rock, or that guy that fixes my Marantz, said the part everyone wants is the wood case.
Yeah.
Of course, because people didn't buy the wood cases back in the day.
Like the Yamahas were like that too, right?
Yeah. Late 70s Marantz receivers all the way, 100%. I'm totally a Marantz guy. Well, I do have a Yamaha, 1979 Yamaha natural sound that I have to admit, the Yamaha stuff from the late 70s is fantastic. I don't think anybody wants to work on the Yamaha stuff because they tended to jam everything into the case. The Marantz stuff seems to be a little bit more open, easier to work on. The Yamaha that I have, which is like an 80 watt, it's an 80 watt amp. It is jam packed full of wires. It would be a nightmare. Byron says the wood cases are easy to make. Probably. You probably can get wait a minute. Byron, did you ever work on any Marantz stuff? Not Marantz stuff. Yamaha stuff. Because it's just a pain in the ass, I bet, to work on that. D-Rocker, 70s Pioneer. Yes, very good. Especially those big dog ones. What, the 1100 when you get up there in the 100 watt world. Yamaha 683. Sui 9090 from 79. Wait a minute, I got to look that up. Sansui 9090. I'm looking that up. Oh, that's pretty nice. I've got a Sansui from 1979. I bought it at Goodwill. I'll see if I can find it. 1979. I know it's a 1979. I'm not using it for anything, but I've got it.
You probably make some money on it.
I know what it is. It's a TA 500. I think. Might not be a 500. Might be a TA 400. But it looks just like this. Wonder if I can show it. It looks exactly like this, but it's sitting downstairs in the basement. I might want to bring it up. It might sound pretty good. Oh, it's not going to let me do it because it's not a image file. Look up a Sansui TA 500. It might be a TA 400. I can't remember.
That?
Yeah, that's it. I got it for $15.
It's kind of nice looking.
It's a beautiful receiver. I might break it out, and I think I might bring it back up. And I'm using my Marantz 1090 now for the transfers. I might use that. But all I need is the phono amp to amplify. So I'm only using that 1090 for the cartridge. Oh, here we go. I'm working on a Pioneer SX 828, which is a PITA piece. I don't know. Pain in the ass. Okay. Marantz aren't too bad, but quads are a bitch. 990s are pricey. 990 DBs have a DBX issue. So the SX-280 is a pain in the ass to work on. Probably a lot going on when you get that high up.
Well, are we wrapping things up?
Yeah, we're done. We're at an hour and a half. We normally don't go an hour and a half, but we didn't talk about records. Well, we did talk about records, kids, but we did not talk about any of our picks. This show is just morphed into Waxed and I just shooting the shit.
I think you should retitle it "Shooting the Shit."
We could title it.
You could put a little like star in front of the eye.
Do you want me to retitle it "Shooting the Shit"?
I like that.
All right, I'll do it. Look, Brian's here. My record player is dead too. It's 13 years old. All right, kids, we're going to wrap this dog up. We're going to retitle this "Shooting the blank, 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 blank." We'll be back next month. We'll be shooting this shit as well. I can't believe an hour and a half went by.
I have a lot of shit to shoot.
We have a lot of shoot. This discussion has melted into 20 milligram of melatonin or a Quaalude. Wow. I'll take that as Blatherhouse. Well, you got to have shows where we're just shooting the shit. D Rocker said, I bought a lot of equipment from Wisconsin Discount and Illinois Audio in the late 70s and 80s. Was it gray market stuff? I remember we used to have a place here in Columbus that sold gray market electronics.
Can I end the stream on a really good insult to one individual?
To Dave, the pickup artist? Go ahead.
Dave, I bet your favorite character on Happy Days was Chuck because they kicked him off the show after the first season.
Wasn't that the older brother?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, we shot the shit long enough. Rob, we will do this again. Kids, please like, please subscribe. Check out the Patreon if you haven't. Keep it clean, wrap the rascal, and for goodness sakes, buckle up. See you, Rob. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.